Okay, we have been very firm with students and parents that we want them staying in the world of Canvas to look at student scores, to find all of the information that students need to be successful in school this year. So we want to stay consistent with that and report out their final IB scores in the class in Canvas in a way that parents and students can see them relatively easily. We are going to do that by creating one more new assignment category. And you do that by clicking on this group button, and it'll allow you to create a new category called Final IB Scores. Under that category, we're going to create a list of new assignments, criterion A, B, C, and D final scores. So you do that by adding an assignment. I'm going to make it criterion C final score. I'm making the due date just long enough window that I have time to enter all of these scores. I'm going to make sure it's out of 8 points. They will not be submitting anything, so you don't need to have submissions. You're just going to go in and fill in a column of scores. The other thing that you want to do then is check this little button. This means it's syncing to Infinite Campus. We don't want these scores to sync to Infinite Campus because they're not tied to a student submission. They're a final reporting out of a score, and we're going to go in and manually enter their final score into Campus. So you can undo that by just clicking on that little green arrow, and now it is not synced to Infinite Campus. Which will just keep that campus a little bit cleaner. And then I'm going to do our criterion D. And again, this is pretty quick, and it'll just let you then go in and enter scores for your students manually. You want to make sure they're published or you won't be able to enter the scores. And then the final assignment is going to be called Overall IB Score. Same thing, out of 7 points this time, because that's the final IB course scores are on a 1 to 7 scale. Don't ask me. It seems silly to me, but that's how they do it. Now, when I go into my grade book, I mean, there is a whole reason behind it. I just think it seems unnecessarily complicated. Okay, so now I can now sort my grade book. So I'm just looking at these final IB scores. I'll have my list of students here, and then their criterion scores for A, B, C, and D. And I'm going to just manually enter those. And those, remember, I'm getting from this spreadsheet that I created. So I'm going to go manually enter these A scores, these B scores, these C, and these D. Yep, I know. It's a lot, and it's data entry. So hopefully you can do it while you're watching Netflix or something. And then this is going to be that overall score from the final column. And there you go. That's reported. That's how you're going to report out in Infinite Campus. And we will create videos and coach kids through how to see these final IB scores and understand them. Okay. So that is the Canvas part of reporting out final IB scores.